Every morning, thousands of people over 60 wake up with a sensation they can't quite explain. Their legs feel heavy, cold. Sometimes there's a tingling that won't go away, and they think, it's just age, it's normal. But what if I told you that what seems normal could be the beginning of something much more serious? I'm Dr. Lucas Mason, and today I'm going to share with you something that could change your life. Because what I'm about to tell you isn't in most medical textbooks. It's not something your doctor necessarily mentioned in your last checkup. But it could be the difference between maintaining your independence or losing it. Let me start with something that surprised even me when I first read the research. Did you know that circulation problems in your legs don't always develop slowly? We've been taught that it's a gradual process, something that happens little by little over the years. But recent studies with adults over 60 have shown us something completely different. Your circulation can deteriorate suddenly, in a matter of weeks, sometimes even days. And here's what's truly frightening. By the time you notice the symptoms, the damage may already be significant. I want you to think about your legs for a moment. Right now, as you're watching this video, can you feel them? Are they warm? Do you notice any tingling? Any numbness? These aren't trivial questions. Your legs are telling you something. And today you're going to learn to listen. But before we continue, I need to tell you something important. What I'm about to share with you isn't a miracle. It's not a magic cure. It's science. Pure, rigorous science that has been tested in real people. People just like you who are looking for answers. Let me tell you about Margaret. She's 67 years old. 2 years ago, she started noticing that her legs felt different. She couldn't walk to the supermarket like before. The cold bothered her more. At night, she felt cramps that woke her up. Her doctor told her it was normal, age-related changes. But Margaret wasn't convinced. One day, while doing her own research, she discovered something that changed everything. And that's exactly what I want to share with you today. You see, the problem with poor circulation isn't just discomfort. It's not just about feeling cold or tired. Poor circulation in your legs means that your tissues aren't receiving enough oxygen. And when your tissues don't receive oxygen, they begin to die, slowly, silently, until one day the damage is irreversible. But here's the good news, and I want you to pay close attention to this because it's crucial. There are 5 natural drinks, 5 simple beverages that you can prepare at home that have demonstrated in scientific studies their ability to improve circulation in your legs rapidly, significantly, measurably. And when I say measurably, I mean exactly that. We're not talking about subjective sensations. We're talking about changes you can see in medical tests, increases in blood flow that can be measured with specialized equipment, improvements that begin in less than 1 hour. Does that sound too good to be true? I understand your skepticism. I felt the same way when I first read these studies. But the science is clear. The evidence is overwhelming, and the results in real patients are undeniable. Now, before I reveal which these drinks are, I need you to understand something fundamental. Not all these drinks work the same way. Some are more powerful than others. Some act faster, and some are more suitable, depending on your specific situation. That's why I'm going to present them to you in order, from least to most powerful, so you can choose the one that best suits your needs, or better yet, so you can combine them strategically to maximize the benefits. Let's start with the first one, and I warn you, you probably have this in your kitchen right now. Water with cayenne pepper. It sounds simple, doesn't it? Almost too simple. But don't underestimate it. Cayenne pepper contains a compound called capsaicin, and capsaicin has a fascinating effect on your blood vessels. It makes them dilate. It opens them. It allows blood to flow more freely. Think of your blood vessels as pipes. When they're narrow, water flows with difficulty. But when they open, flow improves dramatically. That's exactly what cayenne does. It opens those pipes. But there's more. Cayenne also helps prevent blood from becoming too thick, too viscous. Because viscous blood doesn't flow well. It's like trying to pour honey through a thin straw. It just doesn't work. The recommendation is simple. Half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper in a glass of warm water, once a day, preferably in the morning. And yes, it burns a little, but that burn is a sign that it's working. Now let me move on to the second drink, and this one is much more pleasant to the taste. Ginger tea. Ginger is fascinating. For thousands of years, different cultures have used it for various ailments, but only recently have we begun to truly understand how it works in our circulatory system. Ginger contains compounds called gingerols, and these gingerols have a double effect. First, they help dilate blood vessels, just like cayenne. But second, and this is crucial, they reduce inflammation. Why is this important? Because inflammation is one of the great enemies of good circulation. When your blood vessels are inflamed, they narrow. Blood flow decreases. Oxygen doesn't reach your tissues, and the damage begins. Ginger fights that inflammation. It calms it. It allows your blood vessels to function normally again. And there's something else. Ginger also helps prevent the formation of clots. Those small obstructions that can block blood flow and cause serious problems. To prepare it, it's very simple. Cut about an inch of fresh ginger. Put it in boiling water. Let it steep for 10 minutes. You can add a little honey if you want. 2 cups a day. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. But now we're getting to something more powerful. The third drink on our list. Green tea. And I'm not talking about any green tea. I'm talking about quality green tea, prepared correctly. Green tea contains catechins, and catechins are extraordinary. They have the ability to increase the production of something called nitric oxide in your body. Now, let me explain what nitric oxide is, because this is key to understanding everything we're talking about today. Nitric oxide is a molecule your body produces naturally, and its main function is to tell your blood vessels to relax, to open. It's like a chemical signal that says, "Open up, let the blood flow." The problem is that as we age, our body produces less and less nitric oxide. And when there's not enough nitric oxide, blood vessels don't open as they should. Circulation deteriorates, and symptoms begin. But green tea can change that. The catechins in green tea stimulate your body to produce more nitric oxide, more of that vital signal that keeps your blood vessels open and functioning. Studies have shown that drinking 3 cups of green tea a day can significantly increase blood flow in the legs. In some cases, improvements have been measured in as little as 2 weeks. 3 cups a day, distributed throughout the day. And it's important that the water isn't boiling. Let it cool a bit before adding the tea. Boiling water destroys the catechins. Now we're going to move on to something even more powerful, the 4th drink. And this one is truly impressive. Pomegranate juice, pure, without added sugar, without additives. Pomegranate is one of the most powerful fruits for circulation that exists. And the reason is simple. It's packed with antioxidants, specifically polyphenols. These polyphenols do something remarkable. They protect your blood vessels from oxidative damage. Think of oxidative damage as rust forming in your pipes. Over time, that rust narrows the pipes, makes them rigid, prevents them from functioning correctly. Polyphenols prevent that rust. They keep your blood vessels flexible, clean, functional. But there's more. Pomegranate has also been shown to significantly increase nitric oxide production, even more than green tea. In some studies, participants who drank pomegranate juice daily showed a 30% increase in blood flow to the extremities. 30%. That's not a small improvement. That's a change you can feel. The recommendation is 1 glass a day, about 200 milliliters, preferably in the morning with breakfast. And remember, it must be pure juice. Those commercial juices full of sugar not only don't help, they make things worse. And now we come to the most powerful of all, the fifth drink, the one that has shown the most impressive results in scientific studies: beet juice. Fresh, natural. If there's one vegetable that can transform your circulation, it's beets. And the reason is extraordinary. Beets contain an extremely high concentration of nitrates, and these nitrates are converted in your body into nitric oxide. Remember, that crucial molecule that tells your blood vessels to open. But the amount of nitrates in beets is exceptional, much higher than in any other vegetable, which means much more nitric oxide production. Studies conducted with adults over 60 have shown something that even surprised the researchers. People who drank beet juice showed measurable improvements in blood flow in less than 1 hour. 1 hour. In one study in particular, participants drank 500 milliliters of beet juice. After just 45 minutes, blood flow in their legs had increased by 25%. Their blood pressure had decreased, and they reported feeling less fatigue in their extremities. But there's something even more impressive. These effects aren't temporary. When people consumed beet juice regularly daily, the improvements accumulated. After 3 months, some participants had recovered almost normal circulation levels. Now, I know what you're thinking. Beet juice doesn't taste great. And you're right, it's not the most pleasant drink in the world. But you can improve it. You can mix it with a little apple, a little carrot, a little lemon. The important thing is that you consume it. 1 glass a day, about 250 to 500 milliliters. Preferably in the morning, before breakfast, when your stomach is empty and absorption is maximum. But let me tell you something crucial, something you need to understand before you run out to buy beets and pomegranates. These drinks aren't magic. They're not going to cure advanced circulatory diseases. They're not a substitute for your medication if your doctor has prescribed it. They're not a miracle that will fix everything in one day. What they are is a powerful tool, a scientifically backed tool that can significantly improve your circulation, that can help you maintain your independence, your quality of life, your ability to walk, to move, to do what you love. But they work best when they're part of a comprehensive approach. You also need to move. Walk every day, even if it's just a little. You need to avoid sitting for hours. You need to stay hydrated. And yes, you need to consult with your doctor, especially if you already have diagnosed circulatory problems or if you're taking medication. Because here's the thing, some of these drinks can interact with certain medications, especially anticoagulants. That's why it's so important that you talk to your doctor before starting any of these. Let me go back to Margaret, the patient I told you about at the beginning. After discovering this information, Margaret started incorporating these drinks into her daily routine. She started with green tea, then she added pomegranate juice, and finally, she included beet juice 3 times a week. In 3 months, Margaret could walk to the supermarket again. The cramps at night had decreased dramatically. Her legs no longer felt as cold. And her doctor, the same one who had told her it was just age, was impressed by the improvements in her tests. Margaret didn't change her medication. She didn't undergo any invasive procedure. She simply gave her body the tools it needed to function better. And that's what I want for you. I want you to have those tools. I want you to understand that you're not helpless in the face of circulation problems, that there are things you can do. Natural, safe, scientifically proven things. Your body is incredibly intelligent. It has the ability to heal, to regenerate, to improve. But it needs help. It needs the right nutrients, the right compounds, the right support. And that's exactly what these 5 drinks offer you. Support. The opportunity to take control of your health. The possibility of improving your quality of life significantly. But remember, start gradually. Don't try all 5 drinks at once. Choose one. Incorporate it into your routine. See how your body responds. And then, if you feel comfortable, add another. Listen to your body. Pay attention to how you feel. Notice if your legs feel warmer, if you have more energy, if you can walk farther without fatigue. And most importantly, be patient. Significant changes don't happen overnight, but they do happen. The science supports it. The evidence is there, and thousands of people over 60 are already experiencing these benefits. You're not alone in this. Millions of adults over 60 are facing the same circulatory challenges, the same concerns, the same symptoms. But now you have information that many don't have. You have tools that can make a real difference. Take care of your circulation. Take care of your legs, because they're what allow you to maintain your independence, your ability to move, your freedom. And if you found this information valuable, share it. Share it with your friends, with your family, with other people who might need it. Because knowledge is only truly powerful when it's shared. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time to learn about your health. And remember, you have more control than you think. Use it wisely.